Hey, what's good, everybody? It's good to be back on YouTube, my nigga. Damn, it's been a minute, bro. But let me tell y'all something. I'm back, and I'm better than ever, bro. We ain't gonna do this 3-week shit, hiatus type shit, nigga. We back, bro. We back. We're doing it probably every week. I'm probably doing a double upload soon, maybe. I ain't promising nothing, but we'll see. Anyway, today we are here to talk about Demon Slayer Season 2. Ooh, I can't wait to get started, bruh. So, let me just tell you something. I know there's niggas out here that may be doubting my critic skills, not critic skills. And I'm gonna tell them what makes me qualified to be a critic. And I'm gonna do it right now. Alright, so, the thing that makes me qualified to do this shit, to stay true to this shit, and to do this shit. Okay, I was looking for the rhymes, this didn't work. Okay, here's the thing, bro. I watch anime, and I mean that's pretty much it, y'all. I watch anime. That's all it takes you to be a critic. Yeah, I'm trying to be as objective as possible when I do this shit, and it's true. But you know, sometimes I mess up. I mean, I'm not perfect. We as humans are not perfect, and therefore anything we create, such as anime, is not perfect. And that's all I'm here to do is point out a few flaws in the way I think it can be better. We can always be better, man. We just shouldn't strive for perfection, you know what I'm saying? Because it's something we can't achieve, man. So, why don't we take a step back and just look at Demon Slayer and how it improves on some things and how it completely shit the bed on other things. Alright, let's go. Alright. Let's talk about Demon Slayer Season 2 and what it does well. So, first thing I want to say that the pacing is way better this season, man. Unlike last season, where you had, well, it was 24 episodes, and there was really little content in little areas. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of content. And so, but it's only when the shit is fighting, they spread out what's already thin content. And this way, it made it so the pacing was ass. It was a struggle to get to the next scene, the next big event. And usually that big event was a fight. And honestly, it's not like Tanjiro, honestly, as a main character can carry that much because his personality is one of those little subtle things, you know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad thing. It's just, when you have an action-based series and a lot of excitement happening, he doesn't know how to handle it to a way that keeps you intrigued in the story that way. And I'm not saying that Tanjiro is a bad character, it's just he's an odd fit. And a rare odd fit for an anime such as this, when you have usually those intense players that usually are spotlighted. Now you do have like in those games and Zetsu, but you're not following really their journeys because like them niggas don't even have really that motivation or anything like that. And personalities aside, like that's you know, it's whatever, bro. But let's talk about what another thing good that Demon Slayer does well. I like the introduction of the character Usui Tengen. He is a really good addition because he brings that assignment that the others lack, and it's kind of like more. At first, it was annoying. About man, he's just a lot of like the Netsuez guy or another Netsuez guy that just talks a lot of shit or just kind of annoying and shit like that. But he actually had like a guy that just talks a lot of shit or just kind of annoying and shit like that. But he actually had like motivation and backstory and some personality. And I was like, oh shit, he's almost basically a three-dimensional character. And what I you know see as a three-dimensional character is someone who has background, someone who has motivation, and someone who has personality. I'm gonna make another video about that, what I think a three-dimensional character should be and the qualifications and shit like that. And like grade them against like a rubric and shit like that. But other than that, like he has those. Now, does he have them in spades and all the equality? Not so much. But the point is he has them, and it does a lot for the season. It does a lot. And it helps with it helps. Another thing this season does good is the shortness of episodes. Because the season 1 was 24 episodes, season 2 being 8 episodes technically, or like 8 or 10 episodes, mean there was a lot more content and a lot less space, you know what I'm saying? So that means you didn't have to drag yourself to get to the next point or the next action scene. So this was a good way to start off Demon Slayer Season 2. I mean, it was better, and I think I liked it. Now let's go on to the fucking disappointments about Demon Slayer Season 2. Listen, I just talk about how much Demon Slayer improved in some aspects of the show, especially in season 2. But the thing it didn't improve on, which it should have improved on, especially considering the amount of episodes that it had to like cope for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had little episodes, and that was great and all. But what it didn't make use of those episodes in some aspects. For one instance, the villains. Now, the villains were Daki and her brother, and although they gave us a backstory, it's again at the end of when the demons already did, and we only want to move on to the next. And for these villains to be your main villains for the, you know, the entire anime saga, season, it's pretty lackluster. It's like, okay, like, but what are they doing? What are they saying about the main character? How do they challenge the main character's motivations? And how does that, you know, you could see some parallels to the main character. I mean, Nezuko is a demon, Tanjiro has a demon sister, and they have a demon sister, and the backstory was pretty sad, all considered. But it's just like, if you want to make me care about these characters, Demon Slayer, you should provide them with, like, I don't know, like, actual, like, give me some actual, like, backstory while they're fighting beforehand, you know? So I warm up to these characters and thinking that they're throwaway villains. Like, to me, I knew what was coming. I spoiled myself. I didn't really read the manga, but I watched videos on spoilers, so I knew what was coming. But even I could see there was bad foreshadowing and Daki's brother coming into this, thinking that, like, if you didn't know she had a brother, you didn't see that shit coming, and that was another problem I had. So is this the problem with the villains that really kind of make the season not as good, you know what I'm saying? And I think, like, for one thing, like, that's a pretty big deal when you have, that's like 10 episodes, and you're trying to introduce these villains, right? And these are your main villains. And I think, you know, it's sad, bro, because you could see there was kind of parallelism, like I said before, but it wasn't really there. There was no the motivation, the backstory, the character flaws, anything about the villains was just lackluster and unimpactful. Honestly, I would give this season, it was better than last season, so I would give it, like, if I give last season like a 7.5, I give this like a 7.8, you know, something like that. Like, they improved with the pacing and all that shit. Again, the animation was god tier and shit like that, but altogether, it's just like, why didn't I see more trying? Why didn't I see more, you know, development? Why didn't I see something? You know what I'm saying? And like, you had some bullshit parts where Nezuko just burned their blood and then solved everything. I was just like, if I didn't know that was coming, that was still bullshit. Why have these people die? Why have Tengen not die? You know what I'm saying? Why have these, you know, these no consequences for their actions? Like, why try to stab them? Why try to make us feel for that shit? You know what I'm saying? If you're just gonna take it away. That's all I'm saying. Demon Slayer just needs to get better on their timing, on the execution of the backstories and when to place them, and of the villains. And a Demon Slayer could be great. That's what I'm saying. That's all I want. I want Demon Slayer to be great. Thank you all for watching this video. It means a lot to me. If you could hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.